Well, it really was a circus by our state's attorney, because you're concluding that Mr. Cox was justified in the homicide of Eddie Cox. Well, you give no evidence of what the events or what happened to justify Officer Cox for shooting Eddie Patterson. And then the officer, where they said there was blood found on the trunk of the car, he could easily step away from the car. How did the car drag him? And if officers don't normally stick their gun inside of a car, they usually stand behind the person when they're talking to them. So he gave no evidence to assassinate what he's saying concerning the shooting. So it was just a circus. It was already something we knew they was going to do the night pretty much after it happened.
It was like Pastor Brown said, it was really no surprise because we already knew what the outcome was going to be. But like I said, my brother changed his life around. That's the stuff that they had displayed on the news about him on what happened 20 years ago. I mean, he's changed since then. He has grandkids. He does lawn care for other, people out here in the world. He's not a hardcore criminal. People make mistakes. He changed his life. They shouldn't have never even dug up his past like that and sabotaged him, on the behalf of.
Now, if bringing up his past was going to justify some evidence or proof that they had, this young man intentionally tried to kill Officer Cox, but they presented no evidence. No evidence whatsoever was presented by the state's attorney office, Joe Spagato, or whatever the integrity task force turned over to him did not come out in that conference today to make Officer Cox justified, and thousands of people coming from all over the world ride up and prayed up and down the streets of Rockford over this officer, even before they had any evidence. While it was under investigation, they had no evidence. So it was already told to us they was going to come back out and say he's justified.